If one of your goals in 2026 is just to stop consuming as much, start saving more money, but also to start making better financial purchases and decisions, then stick around for this video. So a bit of a backstory, when I was 16 years old, I got my very first job working at a fast food restaurant. And my very first check, I remember, as soon as that check hit my bank account, I went and bought a pair of shoes. Now, I didn't work at that specific job for that long, maybe like 3 or 4 months total. But I remember every time I got a check, my money would just come into my bank account and it would leave as soon as it came in because I'd just go buy more shoes. That mindset just continued throughout college where, I had multiple different jobs, but I'd always just use my money on either buying shoes, clothes, jewelry, or just like random other materialistic things that I really didn't need. Now, after I graduated college, I went on the opposite end completely, which was the minimalist wave. Now, during that time, I sold off pretty much everything I owned, all my clothes, all my stuff, all my materialistic things. But over the last few years, I've really realized how to be somewhere in the middle. Not being a complete minimalist, but not being a complete maximalist and just consuming everything that I see. That's why in this video, I want to talk about 4 main things I think about before making really any purchase, or at least any big purchase, that I think are very easy to implement and could help you. So number 1 is the most obvious and the easiest, is just to wait. So what do I mean by this is just wait a set period of time before you make any large purchase or any purchase that you might be kind of on the fence about. That amount of time can really be as much or as little as you need. So it could be 24 hours, 48 hours, a week, until next paycheck, until next month. But what this is going to get you in the mindset of is just really thinking about your purchases. You're going to see if you really want the item or the thing, or is it just an in the moment impulsive decision. For me, whenever I do this, a lot of times after I wait a little bit, I'll look back and realize like I don't even want this item anymore, and it would have been a very dumb purchase if I just bought it in the moment. For example, let's say you are just watching a bunch of TikTok videos on people making juice and using juicers, and then you quickly go to Amazon, you see the best juicers, $250, and you just buy it because all you did was watch a bunch of videos and you thought how cool it was. But if you had waited maybe like a couple days or a week, you would have realized that I don't even make juice enough to spend $250 to go buy a juicer, and it would have been completely pointless. By just waiting, it'll allow for less buyer's remorse, and also if you actually do want the product, you'll be able to find the best deal, and when you make that decision and you actually buy it, you'll feel much better about it. Number 2 is just to remove the convenience. Nowadays, it's so easy just to impulse buy, and obviously it requires a lot of willpower on your behalf, but also there's a lot of things around us that just are forcing us, or like building up this environment where it's so easy to buy things. What you need to do is remove the convenience. Things like ad blockers, so that way you don't see targeted ads. There's no reason when you're, let's say for example, reading a news article, you start seeing Amazon targeted ads about a thing you were thinking about buying a week ago. If you use ad blocker, it'll get rid of that. Another thing is going through your email list and cleaning up your subscriptions and unsubscribing to a bunch of different things. I know it's a hassle and it's kind of tedious, but trust me, once you do it, it'll not only clear up your inbox, which has already too many emails, but it'll also just get rid of those emails where it says 20% off. Oh, we saw you have this item in your cart. We'll give you 5% off, free shipping, blah, blah, blah. Those emails that just target you to want to keep buying and purchasing and consuming more. Another thing you can do if you really need it, if the other 2 things don't really work, is you can go ahead and just delete all the apps on your phone that involve like purchasing, like if you have Amazon app or you have store specific apps or even like food delivery apps. Things that just are, targeting you and you see every day, and they'll help you be less impulsive. Number 3, and this is something I think everyone should be doing, is creating a budget. Now, this doesn't even have to do just with overspending. A budget will help you in many different things, whether it's saving money, investing, just being more financially secure. I think having a budget is very key. Now, I, for a long time, did not have any budget. Like, I only created a budget maybe 3 years ago. And until then, I was just kind of using the method of, is there still money in my bank account? If there is, then I'm good. Like, that was really my baseline. Like, I just buy things, but I never saw, like, this is how much I'm spending on this category. By creating a budget, it really helped me visualize how much unnecessary spending I was doing. For example, I'd be spending thousands of dollars a year on clothes or shoes or other materialistic items. And when I thought back at it at the end of the year, when I saw my budget, I was thinking like, I could have put that $1,000 to way better use than spending it on clothes that I maybe wear a few times a year. It was completely pointless. So to actually visualize and see that large amount, it really just kicked me into gear where whenever I thought about buying like something like, for example, shoes, I'd be like, do I really want to add to that big number? Like, do I really want to add that to my budget? It really just got me out of the mindset of wanting to impulse buy, because I knew I'd have to add that to my budget, and then I would look at myself. I knew I'd look at myself a few days later when I added that to my budget, thinking that was a complete waste of money. By visualizing your spending, it'll help you definitely reel it back in. And it's so easy to, create a budget. Like, people think it's super hard and that's why they don't want to do it. But honestly, it's literally completely free. You can just type in free budget template Google Sheets or free budget template Microsoft Excel, and you'll find one, and that's literally the ones I've been using. I'm not paid, I'm not using an app, I'm not doing nothing, just on my Google Sheet. Number 4 is just to spend your money better. Now, like I said, this isn't a video where I'm telling people just to cut off all spending completely, go from, spending a lot to just nothing. Don't ever buy anything. What I'm saying is spend your money on things that actually will improve your life. I've realized for me, like, all that money I've saved, spending it on like useless things for me, which was shoes and clothes and electronics, like, that didn't really bring me much happiness at all. Like, yeah, I'd have the new coolest thing, but it really relied on other people thinking that thing was cool. Like, when you're wearing a cool outfit that costs a lot of money, you have to like go outside and people have to compliment you. So it's really relying on other people noticing it, which majority of people don't even care about. Versus like spending your money on something like health, buying really high quality groceries and food, or spending money on trips and seeing the world, or spending money on like going and visiting your family. Those are things that are like irreplaceable. Spend money on things that don't require other people's validation. That's more internal and is more about the people around you than an external validation. Personally, I've never felt like I needed anybody's opinion when I went on a fun trip and spent my money on that. These are just 4 things that you can easily implement when you're thinking about making any purchase, really. But for me personally, I use these more for like impulsive purchases or big purchases. I think can really just, as the baseline, help people just stop making so many impulsive purchases in 2026 and not only start saving their money, but spending it more wisely. But let me know in the comment section below, are there any other tips that you guys find useful that I've missed? Drop them down in the comment section below. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.